What's up everyone, this is CyberKnight 8610, and yet again today we have two more extreme monsters that were revealed for Legacy of the Valiant that we can talk about today. First one being Bujintei Tsukuyomi, I think is how we say that one. Anyway, of course it's another Bujin monster, or War Gods. I still prefer calling them War Gods. Anyway, let's see. It is a rank 4 light Beast Warrior type monster, 1,800 attack, 2,300 defense, so it has pretty good on defense. And it requires 2 level 4 light monsters to Xyz summon into it. Alright, here's its effect. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, send all cards in your hand to the graveyard, then draw 2 cards. When this card with Xyz materials leaves the field by an opponent's card effect, you can target a number of level 4 Bujin Beast Warrior type monsters in your graveyard, up to the number of Xyz materials attached to this card at the time. So for some of those targets, you can only control one Bujintei Tsukuyomi on the field, of course. So yeah, first off with this is that you could just detach an Xyz material from it and then send all cards hand to the graveyard and able to draw 2 cards. This can actually come in handy because a lot of the Bujin relics, once they're in the graveyard, of course, it helps you out. So I can see that being a pretty big positive, and then of course being able to draw is always a positive, really. And if it leaves the field by opponent's card effect, and it still has, both its materials, you could bring out 2 of the Bujin Beast Warrior monsters, the level 4 ones. Even if you had 1 material, it still, it'll at least allow you to get 1. But if you had both materials, you're able to get 2, and you could easily go for a lot more stuff, because you go for even more Xyz or whatever after that. I mean, there's a lot of different options you can go with on that. So yeah, it seems like a good addition to the Bujin monsters. They're one I've wanted to test out a lot lately. I hadn't really had the chance, so I don't understand all their strategies yet because, it's hard to test out, I guess, everything. But yeah, this seems like a great addition to them. They always look awesome in their artwork, and I plan to try them out sometime soon, especially when this comes out to, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro and Dueling Network. I'll be sure to test it out and see what build works the best for that. They look like a lot of fun, though, and it seems like a really powerful card for them. And the other card I want to talk about, this is one I believe we had a police print for, or it was just like a discussion, one or the other. It's been quite a while, I think, like maybe 5 months or longer. Anyway, it's Gorgonic Guardian. Kind of hard to say like that for some reason, gets me tongue-tied. It is a Dark Rock rank 3, 1,600 attack, 1,200 defense. It requires 2 level 3 rock type monsters to Xyz summon into it, and its effect is once per turn, during either player's turn, you can attach 1 Xyz material from this card, then target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. This turn, that monster's attack becomes 0. Also, its effects are negated. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster with 0 attack on the field and destroy that target. Scary effect. It's a really scary effect. I believe it had something like that with I think it was anime. Yeah, it was in the anime. It wasn't in the manga. And it had, of course, an effect really similar to that. The only thing was that it was generic in the anime. So, of course, they, had to change that. It's probably for the better they did, because if it was generic, that would be probably the best rank 3 monster. Or at least in the top running for it. Great card. Will work, I guess, in anything that can use rock monsters, level 3 rock monsters. It's a good Xyz monster. I kind of wish it was generic, but I'm glad it's not, just because it's not as broken then. Of course, if it was, if it was generic, everybody would run it, and it would be way scarier. So tell me what you guys think about these 2 Xyz monsters. Will you use either one of them? Do you already use the Bujin monsters and you want to use this new Xyz monster? And also, do you use any kind of deck that uses rock monsters that are level 3 and you plan to try out Gorgonic Guardian? I'm going to try to figure out something for that because I like this card. It was one like I said, we talked about it about a half a year ago, I think. It seems like it's been a while. Maybe it hasn't. But I thought it was a good card back then, and it's still a good card now. The only thing is it's unfortunately not generic, but like I said, in a way, fortunately, it is generic because it does require the rock monsters, because that would make it too broken if it was generic. As always, thank you for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe, and all the info will be in the description. Alright, later guys.